we don't have to look always exclusively for the pure, for the words that correspond to the names of the American states, they correspond in the Kartvelian dictionaries in their pure form without changes, because there are quite a number of morphological rules. The rules are legitimate, the rules are automatic. For example, you don't have to be looking for in an English dictionary for the word reimbursing. Having the verb reimburse is enough for you to automatically assume that there is a word reimbursing. Or also you can add quite a number of various prefixes and suffixes to the same root and obtain quite a family, whole family, numerous family of more words. All of them would be legitimate, but they are not present in the dictionary. There is no need, because the rules of forming the words are automatic. And now we have quite a number of names that represent the names of the American states or American place names that are legitimately, transparently, and solidly Kartvelian structures, morphological structures, with a very satisfactory semantic interpretation of the root. And the first name would be Alabama. Well, it's Alabama, it's not Alabama, it's Alabama for the rest of the world. For anyone who knows at least anything about the Megrelian, which is very fundamental not only for the Kartvelian family but for the rest of the world, the languages. If you cannot read, at least read in Georgian Megrelian, you are no linguist. You are no historian, because too many mysteries are hidden behind those fancy letters. So go and learn it. If you have at least slight knowledge of Megrelian morphology, you know that the suffix is an absolutely fundamental adjective suffix in Megrelian language. It corresponds to the Georgian ian. By the way, this suffix is pretty Indo-European. It's Washingtonian, Italian. It's used all over, but few people realize that it's a fundamental Georgian suffix, which has its equivalent in Megrelian language as So, if that's the case, then the initial adjective would be Alabami. And actually that's the way it sounds in one of the songs, pretty popular among the jazz interpreters. Alabama Road, if I'm not mistaken. It's not Alabama Road, it's Alabami Road. Because in Georgian language, as I said once, the final E is the formant of the nominative case, both for adjectives and nouns, both in Georgian and in Megrelian language. In Swan language, for example, which is also Kartvelian, this final E is omitted. But in Megrelian, it's mostly present. So if that's the adjective, that would be Alabami. And now we should remember that in Georgian language, within the Georgian family, they are making nouns out of the adjectives, especially place names, simply replacing final E with final A. That's a very, very common practice throughout the whole Kartvelian family. If you have Alabami as an adjective, you would call Alabama a place which is full of people who are associated with that feature, Alabami, with that adjective. with that quality, for example. So, totally natural, totally Kartvelian, Alabama, Alabami, Alabiani, Alabiani, if we want to interpret it the Georgian way, not the Mingrelian one, so that it's more understandable. In any case, you now you know that if Alabiani or Alabami is an adjective, it should be formed out of some noun Alabi. Alabi, or again, that would be the ending of the nominative case. The root would be alab. And if you find this, you know that the suffix is Kartvelian. You know that the ending is also Kartvelian. In this case, you know that you need to find this root alabi also in the one of the Kartvelian languages, one of the Kartvelian dictionaries, in the meaning which would explain semantically why the land was called with this name. And you indeed find this word alabi, that's a measure of length, equal roughly to 1 meter. And you understand that if alabi is a meter, then alabiani or alabami would be someone who, for example, strides with the steps, each step being equal, well, 1 meter. That would mean that the guy is tall. So Alabiani you would call Alabami. With the word Alabami you would call someone of tall stature. And that's not a secret that the Native American people from Alabama have always been tall.